Hello, my lovely friends. I'm so tired. Are you tired? Does anyone feel like they've lived like a year in the last week? Ugh. I am so sad that I missed Phasmo last week. I got home later. Not later than I was expecting. A little later than I was expecting. And I got on and I was like, I think I'm going to stream. And then I actually got on and I was like, nope, I'm not going to stream. So we're here today again with Minecraft, and I will actually see you for Phasmo tomorrow because I don't, hopefully won't have any more life things happening. Um, Last week we decided that I should probably uh wow, my brain's doing awesome today. Last week we decided that it's probably time to pull up Chunk Base and find the biomes that we need for these last dogs. It's really... Oh, I don't have much calcite. That might put a damper on doing this tunnel today. Anyways, should probably use Chunk Base, go find some biomes where we might find our doggos. And let me tell you, the biomes that we haven't already visited are so freaking far away. We're probably going to have to, like, nether travel above the roof, obviously. That's actually a good point. I would need to take some spawn proofing with me for portals. Yeah, so kind of my plan today is a mixture of finding the dogs and working on these tunnels. So I'll probably have to do this again when more people are here. This usually takes a little bit for people to trickle in. But this tunnel clearly has only been done so far. There's a couple of spots that need to be, from this point on, needs to be filled in still. And here's the thing. I'm also trying to decide, because I kind of use that open wall and then an open wall on the south side as my nether access right now. And that's... I probably should have a more official nether access at some point. I have the exact same situation going on this side. Literally the exact same situation. So, you know, the tunnel is mostly walled in until you get to the last few sections where we have an open wall and then it's just not completed. So yeah, I kind of have to... We'll probably decide what to do. I think I want more official nether access from the central hub. But in the meantime, I probably shouldn't cover up those spots. And then there's the traveling out into the world. And, like, let's be honest, I'm probably going to trim the bits that we travel to next time a release that involves generating new terrain comes out. I'm actually gonna pull up because we might as well kill two birds with one stone while we're traveling over the nether roof, right? Whatever direction we end up deciding to go. Now, I know that there's a way to, like, watch the debug screen for specific entities. And I need to remember how to do that. Great news is there's a fantastic ENXO4, like, farm building tutorial that tells you exactly that. And I have it saved somewhere. This is also just occurring to me. I have prepared for today a little bit more than usual, but I realized I should probably do this as well. Because I don't think it's his peer pressure farm that tells that. It might be his peer pressure farm, actually. The peer pressure farm is what I want to build. I think it looks so cool. And I've wanted to try the peer pressure farm for a hot minute. Also, one of the many wonderful things that's been going on for me this week is I haven't been sleeping. So, yeah, my body is just angry and punishing me. So if I have to step away, sorry about that in advance. Where's this freaking video? Okay, we're just gonna go. I thought it was in my saves. ENXO4 Fortress Farm. What do we want to bet? That. Yep. The video is literally, the watch time is at that spot. Okay. So. Let's pull up. No. Oh, no. Is it going to be one of those days? Nope. Hey. You need to go to your kennel for this. If you can't keep it together, I can't deal with you on top of it all, okay? Okay. F3 plus 1? Ooh. Look how fancy. Okay. We go tick, and then level, and then entities? Yep. Hey, okay. Well, that's a cool little trick. I'll have to remember that one now that I'm actually using it. Okay. So, I gotta decide what I'm actually gonna do first. I feel like going and looking for the dogs. Like, we've been doing this for a while on streams here and there. I think it's time to finish this particular saga. And that comes with its own, oh man. That comes with its own, like, addition. I'm going to go to the BRB screen really quick because I want to go look at chunk base. And I don't know what direction to go. It looks like south might be the best direction. Okay. Whew, boy. I'm pretty sure that I visited that savannah already, but worth checking out. Okay, what we'll do is we'll start, I think, by heading to the tree farm. I'm going to already step out before we do that. I'm gonna mute up. Hopefully the ads will, in fact, I'll just roll the ads. And yeah, be right back. Okay. Back again, back again. So, I think my plan is we're going to head south. We're going to go to the tree farm area, and then we're going to head, like, super duper far south. I have lots of rockets. I have a pretty darn decent amount of food. I have bones. I have everything I could ever need, right? And I have tea. Oh gosh. It is... Is it day or nighttime? That's the question. South. We want to go south. I can't tell if it's getting lighter or darker. I think it's getting lighter. I think this is daytime. So, I know that there's a savanna down here that, yep, there it is. I've flown through pretty thoroughly already, but we'll go around and check it anyways, just to be sure. Because, like, that looks like a bit of a savanna plateau. Oh, this is newly generating because we've got the colors. The critter colors. Is that a log with leaf litter on it? It is. Okay, so I probably trimmed it. Let's fly around and just check things out and make sure. I should have stopped by the XP farm. What did we learn? Pillager towers. Pillager towers is what we learned last week. That's the key to keeping your elytra healed. Because, like, yeah, some of this might be plateau, and there is the off chance that maybe a dog spawned in here. But it's a much greater chance that just cows spawned. Yep, that checks out. Considering our luck last week, that really checks out. Ooh, there's a pillager tower. I might just stop by it just to stock up on XP. Okay, that looks like, yeah, about the end. Alright, pillagers. Let's kill you and kill you. Bye-bye, buddy boy. Boom, boom, boom. Excellent. Woo, bam, 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 bam. And bam, bam, bam. And oh my gosh, there's so many of them. Oh, there's a Lays here. We're not looking for a Lays. Is there another guy or was that a residual sound? I think that was a residual sound. My wings are looking better. Let's finish chopping them off if we can. I think everybody came running there. Oh, there's a guy. Bam, bam, bam. Awesome sauce. Anybody else? My wings are so close. I end up with so many crossbows from this. Kind of amazing. There they go. Alright. Mr. Pillager boys. Bam, 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 bam. We need some kind of enchantment that, like, gives you health from killing them. Okay. I love Savannah villages. They're so pretty and colorful. There weren't any doggos here, right? There's one more pass, just in case. I kind of feel like none of this is even plateau, technically. Okay. Well, then we go to... yeah, here-ish. Because we're kind of flying right along X0. Ooh! That looks like real Savannah Plateau. Is this the one? Maybe. Alright, we're going hitboxes. No brandies. Not doing that. That's a sheep. There were some cows. Look at this. This is gorgeous. A sheepy sheep and a cowy cow. Any doggos. There's some armadillos. The problem is there's so many kinds of passive mobs now. So just finding one mob type is an already rare mob type too. Kind of tricky. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. That's a fun time. Heck. There's a ton of ambient mobs even. But no dogs. We couldn't have that. Oh my gosh. Okay. It didn't look like there was... oh, maybe. No, that's just meadow. Okay. So. That... what's the other dog we're looking for? We're looking for Grove. Grove dogs. Anything important there? I'll take a golden apple. As well. Okay. So, I'm going to pause. I'm going to take us to our BRB screen really quick so that I can hop over and look at Chunk Base again. And see if I want to, like, go back and portal. Because I think this is the area that I'm at, maybe? Yeah, because it's kind of right... okay. F3 screen really quick. Yeah. So everything else is like way farther away. I'm kind of thinking if I go out here, I need to do math now. Everybody's favorite part of nether travel, math. So let's just... if we're going to negative 700 or 4,700, negative 4,700, and 13,350. Cool. Then we go over to the calculator. 700 divided by 8 is 587. 587, negative 587. And 13,350. 13,350 divided by 8, 1668. Okay, so those are our nether coordinates. So we're gonna go back to the tree farm. And gosh! We missed the whole... Oh my gosh, when did I mute? Oh no. Okay, anyways, yeah, we found one dog. I think he's under the roof because he's not teleporting to me, but like my mob thing says he's here. We're going towards positive X and positive Z. Yeah, but we got the Grove doggo in a giant grove. And now, oh, I haven't let him teleport. Oh no. There he is. I'm trying to not lose him, but I think he's under the roof somewhere, and I'm worried about this. Wolf, okay. Yeah. But also keeping track of Nether Fortress stuff, which we just saw there. While we're at it, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone, all that good stuff. Okay. We're about here. 1550 is what I'm looking for in my Z coordinates. So 594, 15 this direction. All right, this should take us to Savannah Plateau. So the lore. Last week, we spent a lot of time looking for dogs all over the place. Just, you know, manually exploring the map. Thousands and thousands and thousands of blocks. And we found the cats that we wanted, but we concluded at the end of last week's stream that it's probably time to pull out Chunk Base. So pull out Chunk Base we have. Yeah, that's the lore. That's what we're doing today. We're finishing this up, and then we're just gonna like chill and work on some of my nether tunnels, because there's several incomplete ones, and it's a whole thing. We're gonna decide what exactly we're gonna do with those when we get there. I'm really worried about my dog. Like, it hasn't told me that he's died. I don't see him anywhere. I don't know where he is. I don't understand. It's fine. I'm sure he's under the nether roof somewhere, but I'm worried about it, you know? Okay. Savannah Plateau sure is. Hitboxes. I've started a Minecraft world with my baby brother, and he's like, he's baby still. He's a small child. But he's playing on Bedrock because it doesn't cost money, apparently. Which I didn't realize it, like, didn't cost money at all, which is odd to me. But anyways, playing on Bedrock. We do not get debug options in Bedrock, and it drives me nuts. I probably use the debug screen a little too much. There they are. Wait, I already have these guys, right? I guess let's find out. I thought I already had one of this guy. But I'm so sure I got the Badlands guy. There it is. Okay. Amazing. And the rest of you okay? The rest of you can enjoy your wildlife. They've got a big old family. I'm sorry to break up the pack a little bit. Oh, really? I love that they have their own personalities. There is a dramatic herbalist here, and guess what? There's also the whole set of dogs here. So happy. Hi, buddy. Go through the portal. There we go. It's turning night, but we can get you home anyways. Hello, Tuesday. How are you doing? Okay. My other dog has to be below the roof, right? Okay. North towards -Z, mostly. And then west. Northwest is where we need to go. I'm so glad we got the puppies. Like, I kind of hate that we had to use Chunk Base to do it, but after however many, like, after how many biomes we explored last week, Oh, I'm glad I have the dogs. And now I need to find homes for the dogs in all of their places. Someone on the VOD was saying, you should build a house for the dogs and the cats. And I'm like, I want to put them in places in the world, you know? And I'm glad you're doing good, Tuesday. Soul Sand Valley. This is where we look out for nether mobs again. Zoom. Ooh, wait. There's a lot of guys right there. I think that was just a bastion, though. Looks like a bastion. Okay. So close to home. I flew too far. My dogs aren't gonna come to me. Seriously? Where is the Grove dude? The reliance of third-party tools is a game flaw, not a me flaw. I appreciate the reassurance. Like, the game's kind of big at this point. You can't blame it for that. It's kind of cool that it's so big. There's so much of it. But like, yeah, it is a little annoying that I feel like dogs should maybe be a little bit more prioritized for this exact reason. Just because, like... Oh my god! We don't talk about that. Nothing to see there. Whatsoever. Okay. Home again. That was remarkably less painful than it could have been. Doggos? If the Grove doggo just, like, actually disappeared, I'm gonna cry. Doggo? Get your butt down here! They don't do well with teleporting across levels, do they? I don't see the Grove dog. This is exciting. Much fun. Totally fine and not buggy. Doggo? 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 Oh my gosh. We have wolves around? We don't. They're just gone. The heck? The heck? Is there any chance at least one of them went through a portal? Any chance at all? Oh, you did! Oh, you blessed little guy. Get your little butt over here. We're still in spoiler mode. I'm very ready for this huge project in this world to be done because I'm tired of being in spoiler mode on streams. Where's the other dog? I don't know what to do about this dog that just straight up disappeared. We might... Let's go back to that portal. Are my wings? My wings are fine. Let's go back to his portal. And just see. So that's the negative 587, negative, 1668. This way. Yep, okay. Ugh. Flying in the nether is so rough. I really need to put on some kind of fog control in this world because not cool. I need to go towards negative X as well as positive Z. Good boy. Alright. And this is where we start retracing our steps, I guess. See if... Like, it didn't tell me in chat at all that, like, Wolf died or anything. So he's alive somewhere! Okay. This is towards positive X, which is exactly where we need to go. I have so many coordinates written in my notes for this world at this point. Several of them are very badly labeled. Let's see. What do I label this one? Snowy area portal. And to be honest, I don't need the other one. I do want to explore the snowy area more, though. Hey! What at Twitch is here, too. We just got the dogs. One of them disappeared somewhere in the nether. Have no idea where. I'm assuming he's under the nether roof, but... yeah. It's a time. Oop. How are we here? Okay. We're just gonna wander, like, on foot, more or less, along our path. See if he teleports to me. And if he does, there will be much rejoicing. And if he doesn't, I don't know what I'm gonna do because... we worked so long and hard for this dog. Aww. I love that my channel's what autofills for you. That makes me so happy. Doggo. Buddy. Pal. Zoom. Just for a little time saveness. Also, I did come across a potential fortress for a nether fortress farm, which is very exciting for me. That's kind of, at this point, I need beacons so bad. I have exactly one beacon, and I really don't feel like going and hunting for wither skeletons manually. Okay, there's that portal. No dog. I kind of waffled about trying to get home, too. Those are indeed Power 1 rockets. Also, I'm intentionally taking short leaps for maximum doggo teleportation. I promise, I can make a Power 1 rocket go way farther. Oh no, not the ads! No, I just got myself turned around. Northwest. Negative Z, negative X. Yep. Ooh. Ad for the Demon Slayer movie. Hey, you're back. Okay, so I am fundamentally not an anime enjoyer. I have plenty of people in my life who have tried to get me to be an anime enjoyer. Can't do it. Anyways, in the anime, if there are any anime enjoyers here, what's the vibes of the Demon Slayer movie? Because I know that that's like a show that a lot of people that I know enjoy. I just don't. Oh, I love Ghibli, to be fair. There's a few animes here and there that I have enjoyed. I really like, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Aw! Tuesday just continued their gift sub. Thank you. I really like Full Metal Brotherhood. I loved Frieren. Let's see. What's another anime that I've enjoyed? Those are the two off the top of my head. It is Power 1, but to be fair, I'm trying to go in short bursts because doggos have a very short teleportation range. So I'm just trying to, like, give this dog the best chance at teleporting to me. I don't see him in the mob list either. Pay no attention to the minecarts hurtling across the roof. Okay, this way. Doggo. How did we lose the dog that we just got? How did we manage that? I have never read a manga in my life. Okay. It's just not a style of media that appeals to me. I don't know. I've tried. I've had people tell me, like, oh, you'd like Apothecary Diaries or something like that. Well, I didn't put my dogs on the leads because they teleport, and the one guy just went straight under the roof. And yeah, I probably should have learned my lesson right there, but, like, I have no idea where this dog is. I don't know what to do about it at this point. I'm sure he'll like, what's gonna happen is we're going to just be, like, wandering along the nether roof at some point, or wandering through the nether, and then all of a sudden, whoop, there's gonna be a dog that we haven't seen in 6 months. That's what's gonna happen. Oh, I have tea. I forgot about that. Okay. Well, that was the first hour. We can put our boots back. The next bit's a little less explory and a little more just working, which I need to be doing more of. I can go dump all of these things in the storage room, but we need to work on the nether tunnels. So we have a couple of options. We have three out of the 4 nether tunnels need work done on them. So the north and south nether tunnels are both in this exact same situation, where the last, like, several segments of them aren't filled in, and they have this wide open wall that goes out into the nether. And I've kind of been using both ends, you know, the one here and the one in the south tunnel, as my nether access. Which I don't have a more established nether access right now. I will add it when I do the nether hub. That's just, like, several steps down the line right now. So that's this, the, like, purple and green, and I don't remember which crystal it's based on. I want to say, is it a tourmaline, maybe? I don't know. I saw a crystal that was, like, it was a bunch of small crystals in sandstone, growing in sandstone, and they were varieties of purple and green. And then there's the ocean jasper one, which, same situation. The last few sections, the last few segments of the wall aren't filled in, and there's a big open wall just leading to the nether. So we could finish those up and neaten those up, and maybe we leave nether access, maybe we don't. Then there's this one, which is filled in. Oh no, not distractions. This is filled in all the way to the end, but the end portal is farther in this direction. I think if we walk over into the portal area, and then we climb our way into the nether. Yeah. So, like, this is the original ice road. And this takes us over to the end portal. It's not crazy far, but it's definitely a good distance, and I wouldn't mind having better access to the end. Okay, it is a bit far. Bap. Yeah. So those are kind of the 3 tunnels and their situations and what needs to be worked on for each of them. I don't know. Thoughts? What should we work on today? Meanwhile, I'm gonna go put things in the storage room. Ow! And one of the many hazards of the ice road is dismounting into bedrock. Whoops. Okay. So this is a thing I'm confused on, because with this lead update, they specifically said that leads would immediately snap if elytra was engaged, so you can't fly with the leads. However, I was 100% flying around with leads the other day. So, not sure if that's something that they actually implemented. Let's try it. Oh, hello, armadillos. Cute. My gosh. Cluttered inventory. You're sat there. Who do we have on a lead? Plod. Come with me, Plod. We're gonna just... Yep, there it went. Okay. Spoiler, 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 spoiler! That's a lot of spoiler! Yeah. So, like, it immediately snapped there. Could be because we didn't pre-dangle. Well, that was, like, specifically the thing, I think, is they didn't want boats to lead. I was flying around with a ghast on my lead the other day. Let's go into the nether to test this. I'm gonna put things away first. And then we shall test the lead physics. Nope. Cute. And carpets. Okay, the golden apples I usually put in the kitchen. I'll just stack it up in that bag. Also, I need more obsidian. This is the thing I spend the most time, yeah, in the end for. I'm about due again. Go do some more obsidian mining in the end. Okay. Let's go experiment with boats and leads and stuff in the end. Okay. Not the end. Oh my gosh. Not Tuesday with the crystals on. The crystals on call there. Oh my gosh, you're amazing. Yep. Larimer Kunzite, that's the purple and green one. Pink Aragonite and Ocean Jasper. That is... Yep. I feel like... Did I put signs down at some point? Science bros, but historically tragic. I am not sure I understand. Not sure I want to know. I say that a lot, don't I? I say not sure I want to know frequently. Okay. Is the boat with me? It should be with me. Okay, and then we do a dangle. A little bit of pre-dangle edge. There we go. I have myself set to fly towards the gold farm. It is mostly Science Bros. Who are the Science Bros in a Life series? Okay. The gold farm is functional, by the way. It's just I'm still tweaking little things here and there. But I've gotten a decent bit of gold out of it. It's about time to start making my own golden carrots for food, let's be honest. All right. Yep, there it goes. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. I think it's when rockets hit. That's what it felt like. As soon as the rockets went off. That's so sad, because, like, I took an evoker across the nether roof with leads and a boat and flying, you know? There's just not an option for that now. Oh my gosh, I love that you wrote them down. You're amazing. What the heck? Oh! I specifically watched Desert Duo. Why do I not remember this? Okay. Well, we've done science, which is not what we were hoping, but kind of what we were expecting. The crystal lore is each of the tunnels. I thought I had put them on signs. I don't have signs in here. I'm gonna go get some signs. I'm gonna write them down so that I don't freaking forget. I should know what's going on in my own builds. Ooh. We like a good not delay day. All right. So which tunnel should we work on today? I'm going to say that let's check on my calcite supply, because I don't think I have much calcite, which would put a little damper on extending the Larimer tunnel to the end portal. Okay, that's not the worst in the world. It's not amazing either. Okay. So we should probably work on one of the other two. What's really funny is the Kunzite one has tended to be like the fan favorite. Which is not what I was like. Wow, I'm speaking really well today. Is not what I was expecting at all. I'm not mad about it. I do really enjoy this one. I kind of feel like I should have something between the netherrack and the glass, but I can't be bothered. Okay, we have signs for Kunzite. I'm not disappointed either. I just wasn't expecting this one to be the one that everybody liked the most. I really like it, so I'm glad other people like it. I was kind of expecting this one to be everyone's favorite. Oh, that looks like a thunderstorm. Brandy might be angry. Ocean Jasper. Yeah, she's a little angry. Hey, it's just thunder. It's just thunder. Ooh, Tuesday, which one's your favorite? Good job. I know, thunder's it's a little startling, huh? Okay. I have that for reference. I should probably put it somewhere a little less obtrusive, like here or something. You like the Larimer one? I really love it. Is it AR? I think it is AR. Maybe. I don't know. Oh. I really like it. It's a really good one. Definitely took me the longest, I think, to design, actually. But yeah, I really like it. Alright. It is so short, and that's just because I literally haven't gone anywhere in this world out in that east direction. There is nothing out there. And I'm like, I need to go exploring so I can extend the tunnel. I feel like I do need to do a little bit more with the patterning in the wall too. I don't think it's quite fully developed. I really let this one slide a little bit just because it doesn't go anywhere. There is nowhere for this tunnel to go. But yes, I would love to see more of it too. As far as ones to work on today, which one do we want to work on? I'm gonna say probably not this one, unfortunately. I really do need to get the end portal up and running, but I would need to go find calcite. Unless we want to go exploring and gather some calcite from, like, some cliffs or something like that. That is an option. Oh! I forgot to turn on our music. Probably not 100. There we go. Yeah, not loading chunks is good, but I do trim this world up when updates show up. Or even if it's just like getting large and unwieldy. So I'm not as worried about that. You do have the receipts. Oh my gosh. Tuesday really came in with receipts today. What the heck? No plot, just action. That's what you can expect. That's funny. How do polls on Twitch work? Can I manage poll? I've really only got 2 of you who are active, but let's learn how to do polls on Twitch together. Oh, okay. Well, you probably can't use the command here. But it also has a whole nice little... Okay, so question. What tunnel are we working on today? Wow, Tuesday. So terrible. Yeah, no. I appreciate a trailer that doesn't spoil too much and just gets you excited. I'm not even gonna tell you why that got auto-modded. It just did, okay? Okay. Ocean Jasper, Quinzite, or Larimer. Duration, we'll make it 3 minutes. Let's start the poll. New things, yay! You know, that's probably a good strategy, not watching trailers. So many of them give too many things away. What was the trailer I was watching recently that didn't give much away? There was one that was like, that was kind of perfect, and I don't remember what it was. That's a shame. All right, now we go view our results. Let's see what's... We're on Larimer. so far. Larimer means we go out and find things, which, like, we've got Chunk Base up already. And they all started watching, including the Inception. Wah. No, that's fair. That's totally valid. Okay, what? It is Stony Peaks. Stony Peaks. That, oh my god, there are, like, not Stony Peaks in this world. What the heck? That's 2200 and 7400. That's the closest one. Dear God. There's a lot of them way far out in the world. And that's 10,000 and 4,000. Okay. That one's closer. You may or may not have missed the poll. It's not done yet, I don't think. Yeah, you still got time. Ocean Jasper is another good choice. We're just learning things right now. It's fine. Like, I'm totally down to go gather some calcite. That's not necessarily a complete deal breaker for me. I also want to work on these tunnels at some point, but I want to get some actual wall done first. Watching the time tick down on the pole. I'm gonna put these signs in a more unobtrusive spot because it's bothering me. Poll is done. We had Larimer 1. Alright, is that actually what we want to do? Or are we gonna chalk that up to a learning experience? Yeah, I haven't actually gotten too many geodes in this world. I have like one right underneath my storage cave, and that's... I just stick with that one. Ping Arcanite. We could learn to X-ray too. We certainly could. It's called free cam. I try to not do that too often. But hey, if I'm using Chunk Base, like, I don't know. What do we think? What are our actual real person thoughts now? There just, like, legitimately are not Stony Peaks around. That's native. Hey. That's native 16,000. That's actually... What? Oh, it's that. It's that one. So that's, like, almost due west of our frozen area. Oh, the glitches? I don't know if any of them are in game still. That's the thing. Yeah, that is a long way to travel after doing a lot of traveling today. I love, like, flying around the world and exploring it, but we can't live on... what's the saying? White bread and sugar all the time. We gotta get some work done. So, Tuesday was gunning for Ocean Jasper. We feeling that? Work on some Ocean Jasper? Might as well jump in. I don't have a ton of terracotta. I'm out of some of the green ones. I did bring cactus. Alright, here we go. We'll work on this. Let's put a furnace in the wall there. Where are my furnaces? Oh no. This is the problem with bundles. Wait, where are my furnaces? Are they in here? No. I could have sworn I had furnaces in there. Okay. This is the one singular problem that I have with bundles, is that we can't scroll all the way through the inventory, and I wish they would implement a way for that. We're gonna grab furnaces, we're gonna smelt, and some terracotta, and we're gonna smelt up some green dye. And we'll get building. Might need to scrape and wax some copper trapdoors too. Okay, grab some of that. We grab some of that. And do I have furnaces anywhere? Or do I need to make some? I need to make some. Cool, cool. It took us so long to make that decision. I need to get better about just being like, all right, here's the vibes. Decision made. I'm so bad at that. Yeah, I love having the bundles in like my boxes, because they end up saving some room in my inventory that way. But even then, it starts getting a little bit annoying to pull something out quickly. I have this one. This one is like the things... I just made this one. I should probably dye it for funsies. But like, that's the random things that I want to be able to grab really fast. And it's just a few of them, which makes it perfect to be able to grab them. And I like that. So like, they definitely have their uses, but they definitely have their limitations too. All right. We put a furnace in the wall. We put a cactus in the furnace. There we go. Zoop. Let's start out with the copper management. Let's see. We want the what is this one called? It's not weathered. It is weathered. Okay. Exposed is the like less. And bam, bam, bam. Any of these guys need anything? Nope. Okay. Probably good there. We're probably good on all these like earlier ones. If they're not fully oxidized, we're probably good. Oop. Randy do so good about the thunder. Such a good doggo. So calm and composed. What a good girl. It's really interesting how she is so much more apprehensive of people than anything else. I shouldn't say it's funny. It's interesting that like her apprehension is mostly about people. Like, if I give her a little comfort about a thunderstorm, she'll be pretty chill about it for the rest of the storm. If I give her a little comfort about the neighbor walking out the door, she's gonna bark at them the next time the door opens in 30 seconds, you know? And it's interesting. Can't say I blame her. It does need to be waxed. Okay. What about you? Alrighty. I'm gonna need more wax. Oh no! I don't... It's always annoying when technology doesn't work exactly how we want it to, huh? Okay. Well, that was a good number of those copper trapdoors. Let's grab some of this. And... we'll make one stack, I think. Just for now. Okay. So we end up with prismarine. How much prismarine do I have actually? Not very much. I might need to go stock up on that again. That's not a big deal though. We'll have plenty of netherrack. We don't need to worry about that. Some granite, some of these terracottas, and those terracottas, and that one. Anything else? I think those are the primary colors. Cool, cool. And then these guys and these guys. Alrighty. I love these tunnels so much. Go sort your Legos. That is never a bad activity. I did intentionally leave this open. I think I'm gonna keep it open until I have a better access to the nether, which will be from the hub, hopefully. Also, if it's nearly midnight, you should probably go to sleep, too. There's that little detail. Okay, looks like this is where I left off. And I've been trying to, like, continue the pattern from wall to wall. Yeah, I was worried about those guys. I hate Crimson Forests so much. They're actually the worst. Okay, so we probably want granite there. What else? This one's a tricky... This is probably the hardest pattern. Just because of all the circles and how they interact. Let's go with 1 and 2, and then we do lighter on the inside and then darker on the outside. We could do that. We could make it bigger too, like that kind of situation. That kind of thing, maybe. And I feel like if we do that, we probably want to make the lighter bit the whiter part. What track is this? I want to turn on the toast. Chrysopia. Wait, that's in the nether? I guess that makes sense. And I know, Lena Rain. The best. And I've been kind of filling in the green a little bit in between like some of the circles. That's how that's gone. So we probably want a little bit of dark. Actually, maybe we make those like that. And then no brandies. Let's do one of these guys. 1, 2, ba-bum, ba-bam, and oh no! Well, it's okay, because if we do that, there we go. And then we run a little bit of green in between. No, ma'am. Hey, hey. Keep it together. I promise it's not the end of the world, actually. Okay, and then we do that as if there's another... Actually, we're gonna offset that by 1. As if there's another thing there. Get that. Then we get that. Okay. Oh, that needs to be 1 higher. The problem is making them, like, random, you know? Making them random and also making them all fit together. Ha! It's good time. Okay. That. Bam. Let's get a little bit of dark green up here. Then we'll put a little lime one in that corner. And then we'll do another rack and granite one here. A little extra bits of lime. Alrighty, 1 wall. These always take longer than I want them to. So that was pleasantly fast. Not gonna lie, I've been avoiding doing this because I didn't want to deal with the amount of time. Oh, that goes up 1 too high. I don't want it to go up that high. Why was I doing it like this before? You know, sometimes I'm just dumb and inefficient. That's the only explanation for some things. Okay, that's a lot of green on that wall. Let's bring it in a little bit. These big circles are the most satisfying ones. I really like them. Okay, if we do that there, and then bam, bam, and then boom, boom, boom. Maybe fill in our corners a little bit. Wait, I didn't continue the pattern because I'm dumb. Ugh. Well, technically. And once someone up here, there's no pattern up there. If I do that one, and then... That would just mean that this needs to also be the light gray or whatever it is. Here we go. And we'll move that over one just for the appearance of coherency, I guess. Except it looks less coherent now. Nope. I'm gonna move it back over. Is anyone here a fast block placer or a speed bridging expert? I have questions about that. I don't want this one to have these corners. Like, that one's related, but that one's not. I want to do something like that. But this time with a full square around it. Even want that be like fully squared off, maybe. There we go. Pap. And let's just make another like small. Oop. Okay. And take full stack. Why not? Man, I can't believe I put this off for so long. No Angie boys, okay? Can't do Angie boys right now. Okay, now we gotta align the things again. We just have this one there. And that's the only pattern. Okay, cool. That was easy. I keep making those just snug against the bottom of the wall. I need to mix it up a little bit. Oh wow, shocking. Out of stuff again. Another circle to add there. Do a full square with that one too. Why not? Why do I feel like this music was part of the Wild update? Why would it have been? This would have been another update music. I think. But it feels like... I want to make a video at some point, just like talking about... I know a lot of people have made like music theory videos about Minecraft music. I want to make a video talking about like why the Wild update music is what's nostalgic to me, but for some reason this hits the same vibes. that would continue there, and we need to do the dark pattern. Okay, that's the only one that continues over. Let's slap a netherrack one down on the bottom. We haven't had one of those for a while. Oh, great. Ugh. That is cruel and unusual punishment, not being able to respond to Lena Rain conversation. What a goddess. I need to find a speed bridger in my life. I need to know how speed bridging works. I don't understand it at all. And like, heck, I'm just really slow at placing blocks in general, and I know some of it is just about amount of time playing the game and all of that, but I feel like at this point I've played the game for long enough that I should at least be more comfortable with placing blocks quickly than I am. And like, I know Bedrock can place blocks absurdly fast. Like, that's just a thing you can do in Bedrock, and we don't get the same treatment here. So I don't know how people do it. How people build fast. Okay. That felt really dangerous. Oh. Dang, an ad with dialogue? What a crazy world. Okay. Then we do... Oh, I don't like this. I don't like having to cover this over. I don't know. It makes me make decisions about my patterns in a different way. Let's do another netherrack one. First off. Ugh. Feels so dangerous and nerve-wracking. Yeah, like, I know kind of like the butterfly, like, I know how it works. Obviously, I'm not doing it like amazingly or anything like that, but like, I know how the butterfly, like, clicking works. But are people using that kind of thing for speed bridging? That feels a little wild, you know? It feels far-fetched to me anyways. Might not be. Yeah, if anybody ever wants to teach me how to speed bridge, I would love to know. Okay, we're gonna do one of these guys. I'm about to run out of another terracotta. Again. At least it waited for a polite spot to run out this time. I'm gonna need to get some more gray terracotta. Let's see. I should just grab the white terracotta too. Be dumb not to. Oh, I like that it's getting closer to being finished. I don't have a lot of places south in this world right now. I really need to do more in the south. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna need more dark prismarine. Oh my gosh, we're going to have to do a materials run soon, I think. For this wall too. I thought I had a good amount, but no. Me be prepared? Never. That would be the day. You know what? I'm gonna swap these. It's gonna become granite. There we go. Okay, I want to do a big green stripe on this one. Because the green is kind of the background color. It's where the circles... If the circles don't... like, cover a section entirely, we start seeing the green at the back. We do a little bit of a stripey stripe. That's a very big green stripe, but I think it's okay. Oh no, are we gonna run out of green terracotta? We sure are. Oh my gosh, it's time to start taking the boat back and forth. Wasting too much health and rockets on my wings. Okay. Fortunately, I did think ahead a little bit and bring some bone meal for white dye. Yeah, probably worth doing a whole stack. Oh my gosh. I would really like to make a full, like, stone to terracotta farm. I want to do it in the tree farm area, actually. I feel like that would fit the vibes there really well. Alas, right now I am in destroying the Minecraft world mode. Okay. Literally none of those patterns overlap into this section, which is fine by me. Actually, we want this to overlap. Like that. There we go. A little dark green in. I deserve a little bit of dark green as a treat. Just do a little bitty one like that. It's funny how a lot of the Nether music is, it's just ambient. It's like, oh, now we have a little bit more musical sine wind. I say as it actually gets dramatic. Okay. That one won't, none of them will overlap. Keep doing this. Oh no! Dramatic? I sure did say. Oh, I need more dark prismarine. Darn it. I knew this would be a problem, I just didn't know we would get this far. Okay. I should have taken the boat. The boat's literally sitting right there. What the heck? No, Bandy. No. Okay, let's deposit these in there. I should probably grab more of the gray terracotta while I'm at it, too. I know! Very much suffering from success. Okay. Probably prismarine first. Oh, hey, it's daytime. How often does that happen? I only emerge from the nether at daytime when, or in the daytime when I am at a protected area. One that won't immediately spawn a bunch of baddies in. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, I know how that happened. That happened from ghast shenanigans. Coffee! Hello! Oh my gosh. Okay, is that a Silk Song emote or is it a Hollow Knight emote? Either way, where did you get it? I need a multiple of 8, probably 16 stacks of this. 1 2s. Okay. You're good. Busy happens. I need to repair this shovel. There we go. Alrighty. And now a bunch of new dyes. Ooh. Okay, I would love to play Hollow Knight. Haven't played that yet. It's on my Steam wish list. I love that everyone's excited about Silk Song. It sounds like it's doing a fantastic cultured and clicking emote info. Amazing. Anyways, I wanna play Hollow Knight. I've heard that it's like a really good game, but also hard, and I'm like, am I enough of a gamer yet that I could play that? I don't know. Yeah. I am sure I'll get around to it eventually. You know how many games I have in my backlog? I have so many games I want to play. I know, it's the struggle of every gamer. Ooh, I might have to throw up a spoiler screen. You know, making progress instead of raging is always a good thing. Like, that's kind of... See, this is where I, like, struggle with, like, Minecraft parkour. Is, like, if I don't understand why it didn't work, I'm not gonna learn anything from it. As long as the parkour is understandable, that's great. If I know what I'm doing wrong, I can work on fixing it. Oh my gosh. Yep, okay. I'm gonna throw up the BRB screen. That's the wrong button. I'm gonna sleep first, and then I'm gonna throw up the BRB screen so I can go over to my squid farm and grab. Very, very real gamer move. Yes. Okay. Gotta go get those squids. I love that you love Lego, though. We're a Lego household. And it makes sense that, like, there would be a big crossover between the yes, y'all are getting an exclusive preview right now. The BRB screen. There we go. Listen, I promise that there will be follow through on the spoilers. It's just taking a while. It's a huge project. But it makes sense that there would be a lot of crossover between, like, the Minecraft players and the Lego builders. Like, I've seen people do some pretty cool stuff with Lego. Okay, how are we on terracotta? We do not have a ton of terracotta. This is fine. Wrong. Wrong. There we go. Hey! I don't actually know anything about Animal Crossing. Oh no, I might need to throw up the spoiler wall again. I need my bone meal too, apparently. How dare I? There's a resource pack to make Minecraft look like Lego. Oh my gosh. I need to play something with this resource pack. Dude, yes, Minecraft building is cheaper anyways. I imagine they both have their challenges. I have built like a couple of Lego kits, you know. My partner, on the other hand, lifelong custom Lego builder. Creator, I suppose. But yeah. Minecraft is definitely cheaper than Legos by a long shot. Yeah, I feel like in another life, maybe, I could have become... Oh, I needed white as well. I feel like in another life, I could have become a little bit more of a special interest Lego person. I am happy and content with being a special interest Minecraft person instead. Yeah, that is true. It takes up physical space and just like harder to live your life around. Very much executive function difficulty. Why is it that everybody, all the Lego builders also have ADHD? Oh no, that's the worst when you like prep something and then the thing you prepped it for doesn't happen. That's always disappointing. I hope you felt really good about it and it felt cool to you. Oh yeah. Oh nice. Having more to work with than you thought is nice. You can have Legos decoration. I have a few Lego plants like mixed into my real plants, which makes me laugh a little bit. Because, like, if you know anything about me, I'm one of those, like, well, the real thing is the important thing kind of people. No, I needed white. But having, like, Lego plants, you know, the less maintenance thing mixed into all of my much higher maintenance real plants. Just kind of, it's funny. Ooh, you built 3 things instead of 1? What were they? I didn't grab the green. Didn't grab the green terracotta or any of the other buildy bits. An herbalist? That's rather dramatic. Oh my gosh. You did not. Please tell me you're just joking. What did I use brown terra? Oh, okay. All of these and all those. Your cactus died from... Oh my gosh, from your desk breaking. Poor thing. That's really unfortunate. I find cactuses harder. Like cactuses, succulents, that kind of thing. I find them harder to grow. So I've killed my... That's true. Gravity is natural. But that definitely also sounds like a nature that is not on your side. I just always kill my cactuses and succulents. Entirely new sentence. Cactus died from fall damage is absolutely stunning. That's a stunning sentence. Okay. Do one of these guys. Probably want to take that one away. Last year, though, succulents. Speaking of succulents, I brought back yes, the herbalist being dramatic. Tying it all together, I see how it is. Yeah, if you didn't get where the name came from, I'm turned around looking at my office windowsill that is actually well covered in succulents because I brought back more mature succulents with me last time I was in California. And they're doing okay. Most of them. I have killed a couple of them, but far fewer than I was expecting to be. I'm working on... So we got the dogs. We lost one of the dogs. Don't know where he is. He'll show up someday, I'm sure. In like 6 months, he'll just like randomly teleport to me. It's the Grove dog, so I'm sad about that. But now we're working on the nether tunnels because I have left these unfinished for quite a while. It was time. So yeah, just making pieces of infrastructure in our world tidier. I need to do... I have a whole to-do list for this world, and I need to actually write it down, because right now it only exists in my brain, and that's not very efficient for me. I need to do the storage for my gold farm. I want to make a peer pressure fortress farm. Those are kind of my next two things. What do we think we should do next week? Ooh. Ooh, that sounds so cool. Yeah. That sounds like a fun little set, too, of items. The headphones, skateboard, and suitcase. Okay. We're gonna do one of these guys. We had a long discussion about trying to decide which one of these tunnels we were working on. That took up a hefty chunk of the street. Okay. If we do that one there. So each of the nether tunnels are like patterned after a different crystal, and this one is ocean jasper, which tends to have a lot of just like circular patterns. It also tends to be a lot more colorful. I went with a much more muted color palette for this, kind of based on like my favorite piece of ocean jasper that I have. I tend to go for the slightly more muted ones, but the trick with this is fitting all the circles together, and yeah, it's a time, but I think it's worth it. I really like how this tunnel looks. Okay, now we do another one. And let's do a full square. Because why not? Oh, that's unfortunate when they just don't get participation or something outside of like expectations gets in the way. I entered a ballet composition competition for like my state ballet right as COVID hit. And they canceled it and like sent us all tickets to the symphony that I never used, which is actually a very sad thing. But it was one of those, oh man, I felt really, really good about that particular composition. And then it just got canceled. It was really sad. I don't know what I want to... I kind of put myself in a bad spot with this one. I'm taking this one away. I'm moving it to a different spot. Yeah. Bad timing is the story of my life. I swear to God. And we can do a big circle here. I do. I am... It doesn't come to me very naturally. So it's one of those things that I always like struggle through and like, you know, bang my head on my desk over. I went to college for it. They didn't teach me anything. It was kind of terrible. I've been doing a little bit more here and there recently. Little pieces. If you encounter music around the channel at all and it's not Minecraft music, chances are I wrote it. There's only a couple of pieces that I've used in a couple of places that I didn't. I wouldn't say I'm the most proud of them, of anything that I've ever written, but, you know, I've been getting a little bit more inspiration and having fun with more bits here and there, so that's been nice. It's been a more recent thing that's been picking back up for me a little bit. Honestly, I have so many problems with my college experience. So many problems. I wouldn't have, had it been my choice, I wouldn't have even gone for music. I would have gone for a science degree. It's fine. But I do enjoy music. I just find that I enjoy it a lot more when it's for myself. Like, I've been working on a Beethoven sonata on the piano, and like I think three Beethoven sonatas. Did I do 3 in college? I might have just done 2. And like I enjoyed learning them in college, and I learned a lot from them that I never would have learned otherwise, and has done well for me since. But oh man, I am having so much more fun just like taking my time and taking it at my own pace. And I do miss the like 3 to 5 hour practice sessions. I just would prefer to do them for myself, not with anybody else's expectations on me. Oh, come on. There we go. But yeah, school can either make or break how you feel about something that you love. Yeah, exactly. Like, enjoying what you're doing is really important. And like, I ended up in this weird spot where like one track. So I did 2 emphases with my music degree. One was composition and one was music production and engineering, which you can totally tell from the little echo in my audio that drives me absolutely bonkers, but I just can't afford to fix it right now. Because it's a space thing, not a audio setup thing. And one track had the problem of too much classroom, not enough hands-on, especially for me because I was a woman. That's a whole other problem. And then the other track had the problem of too much do what feels good to you and not enough structure and hey, here's how you think about this. Guess which one was which? Ooh, architectural school sounds really fun. Like, is it something I would do? No, but it's one of those things that is like, huh, that sounds like it would be really fascinating. Us Minecrafters, we could learn a lot from architecture. Yeah, a lot of Minecraft builders really do have that. I love how, I don't know like what B-Dub's I don't know what B-Dub's background is, but one of the things that I've always appreciated from watching him, he was one of my earlier YouTubers that I started watching. And I always appreciate how he like is constantly going out and like learning things about art and architecture and like how to make his building better through understanding those things. And I'm like, that's so inspiring. I would love to do that. Have I? No. But I should. And I would like to. What if we put a little bit of extra gray chunk in there? Just for funsies, just to see. Yeah, I don't know. That man is so talented because he also does his own music. Yeah, that sounds correct. General contractor sounds correct. What an inspiring person that we can all learn from. Especially as Minecraft nerds. He really could. He could do so many things. And we're all blessed that he does Minecraft. We would also all be blessed if he did something else. Okay. Ooh. Let's... Have I done this shape yet? I think I have. Yeah, I've definitely done some of these shapes around with this set of blocks. Okay. Here we go. That fits perfectly. Could be worse. At least he's on our side, yeah. Oh. Can I reach it? I can't reach it. Okay, fine. Okay, anything to continue? No. I'm gonna bounce back along the tunnel and kind of look at some of the, like, other sizes of circles that we've done, because I feel like it's not all been these exact ones. It has mostly been, though. Okay, I did do a big one. I should do another big one like that. I've done a few of them. Okay. I should do more of them. What am I thinking? I've just been using the same 2 sizes of circles. Alright. Yeah, it's always so cool to see that. Okay. We're on the last section, guys. And then we can even put the cap at the end and everything. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I'm finally doing this. It took me long enough. Speaking of people's skills and passions shining through their Minecraft content, you want to talk about someone that does that? That's Coffee. That's Coffee, guys. Just to be clear, Coffee is one of those people. Super talented. And, like, puts in so much effort. And it shows up in all of his stuff. Go watch Coffee's stuff. I have links to Coffee all over. Because he did the channel art, too. Oh my gosh. You can tell when I haven't had enough sleep because I get extra super dehydrated. Okay, we're doing one of these big squares. Circles. They're circles. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Yeah, but yes. And also, all of your talent and your passion, it shows through, and it, like, you might not have everything completely together, but, like, it shows up. It's really cool, and it inspires me. And it should inspire everyone else, too. There we go. I won't stop it. Coffee's awesome. Listen, I have such cool friends in the little Minecraft creators group we have going on. I have such cool friends. And I'm like, boy, I need to step it up. They're so good at what they do. Whatever they happen to do. Okay. it is a cycle, and that's really cool. That's the cool thing about having a community. It's a good time. Getting so close. This is going by so fast. Like, it really is a loop of getting inspired, and it's a great loop to be in. Also, when I did, like, obviously I did much larger sections of these tunnels in the video, but, like, man, I feel like these bits have somehow gone by a lot faster than the main portion of it did. Maybe it's just because I'm a little bit more used to what I'm doing at this point, because it definitely took a little bit to get, like, up to speed. Okay. We do one of those, or we'll put it up at the top. I keep putting them down at the bottom. There. I'm gonna do slightly smaller one. I do the same thing. That's actually a really good point. That's probably one of the reasons I get a little bit burnt out from, like, Minecraft content, like watching Minecraft content, but I rarely get burnt out from creating it. And it's just that, like, cycle of inspiration that you're like, I need to be working on this thing now, and I can't because I know I have to finish this project. I'm so excited to see what you do next, and also, I'm very glad that you have been busy being a go-getter and doing work and getting income. That's a good thing, too. And there are games that are definitely easier for me to play than Minecraft, because Minecraft is a lot of brain power. But I don't think I've ever gotten burned out of Minecraft. I've just had other stuff going on, and so been a little too tired and overwhelmed to actually play. And that's usually when I sit down and actually watch other people's stuff, and I sit there and I go, oh my gosh, inspiration and lessons learned and all of these things. And then when I can get back into the Minecrafting, then we apply those. It's really interesting because I feel like in some ways chronic illness, like, makes the cycle harder to keep up with and all of that, and it's like, oh, I have to do the things, but I don't have the energy to do the things. But at the same time, it kind of forces you into actually having a cycle. I don't know. Nope, not that. Oh my gosh, there is so much out there, and that's one of the discouragements of, like, being a smaller creator. Even, like, as someone who, like, I feel like at this point, I've kind of found my style and what I like to do, the types of videos that I like to make and all of that. But it's kind of discouraging, and I've gotten okay at them. I'm not perfect, but, like, I feel like I've gotten a lot better at them than, for example, when I started. But, like, it does get discouraging because there's just so much out there. People already have what they're watching. And it's this weird loop of, like, I'm gonna go watch this creator and I'm gonna like get inspired, and then I'm also gonna be like, oh wow, I feel really good about this thing that I did, whether or not it was inspired by that. And then, you know, 30 people watch it and you're like, oh, okay. I felt good about that. Dude, content creation is there's much cycle and there's much drain. It can get just discouraging. Okay, we're gonna do teensy tiny little just boop boop up there. That's what we're gonna do. Saturated market, yes. Yeah, exactly. When you can't even play Minecraft, that's like not great. Not a great sign for how you're doing. What do I do above this door? I think I'm gonna act like there's a big circle up here. Boom, boom, boom. And we can even make it a full big squarey one. And then bam, and bam, bam, and bam, bam. There we go. Okay, we can put a little green there. We put a little bit of... We'll do this guy. Oop. Is that becoming a problem with Minecraft builds too? It's one of those things like that I just don't even pay attention to all that much in the Minecraft space. I don't feel like it's as big of a problem with videos, but I can totally see how, like, because I've had the odd like AI generated Minecraft build thing come across my Pinterest feed, and I'm like, that is the worst thing I've ever seen. That's horrifying. But like, man, if that's an actual thing, that's really frustrating. There we go. Okay, that's the walls done, other than the big open gappy one that's my access to the nether right now, which is a ways back actually. Okay, I don't even remember what I did for the end caps. Like, I remember, I just don't remember. So let's go see that. Yes, always, and I need to get better about this, always poison your images. Yeah. That's just really... I don't understand the AI stuff. It's so messed up. Like, there are so many reasons this is a terrible idea, you know? Yeah, I think one of the issues with the tools like Nightshade is they're getting better at bypassing them, is what I've heard. I guess you can only do your best. So we have light in the middle, a lighter ring, and then we fill in the rest. Okay, cool. I can do that. Oh my gosh. That is so true, Tuesday. Like, listen. From a music industry standpoint, at least, like that's where I have these kinds of experiences, is like copyright is already just a nightmare to navigate in the music industry. Like, already was back when I was in college, you know, back before all of this AI stuff became an issue. And then now I just I don't even want to think about it. Oh, I didn't grab myself a frog light. Ooh. Kara is great, kind of. It has a limit to how much you can save for a free account, and it's a pretty small limit. I was kind of hoping to use Kara, or there's another one that I looked at too, I think, for like an alternative to Pinterest for Minecraft and art stuff. And it was just such a small limit. I was like, I have 3 times this much in my Minecraft Pinterest board already. Which is really frustrating. And I understand why. I understand why it is essentially a paid service. But I was so excited to have, like, what the heck is... Oh. I'm patting my head and rubbing my stomach. That's what's happening. That is another good way to do it. Just bookmark all the things. Wait. Wait. That's an even number, right? 1, 2, 3, 4? Okay, I need to have some words with past D. We've given up on the boat. Pinterest does at least, I think this is correct. I'm pretty sure that Pinterest does have a toggle now for not seeing AI or avoiding filtering out AI generated stuff. That might be incorrect. That might be something that's just like in my brain for an unknown reason. Maybe it was Instagram that has that. I would love us to get some form of legal protection against it. I highly doubt it will happen anytime soon anyways. At least not in the US. Boom, boom. Is that? No, that's the light spot. But we've, oh God, we've had, there is, to be fair, some legal battles going on about at least like the chatbot AIs, which I hope something comes of it, because like we're literally getting kids killing themselves. Sorry, not very PG, but like, and being encouraged to and helped to by ChatGPT or whatever. And that's so beyond not okay, you know? What colors? We do not... We have so many things go to court here. We don't get a ton of actual, like, protections laws that we get to vote on. Like, and that definitely depends on the state you're in, too. But the older I get, the more disappointed I am in the entire, just, like, legislative and legal system that we have here in the US. It's not working very well. Okay, what colors should I do at this end cap? I should probably do the... I'm going to do the gray terracotta in the middle and the prismarine on the outside, I think. Yeah. It's like, oh. Well, what if we just didn't? I know. Okay, so this is a much more mild example of this, but daylight savings. Yeah, it's working perfectly for the people it's designed for. It's a good point. So, like, daylight savings. We have voted. Voters have voted. Congress has voted so many times to get rid of freaking daylight savings. We still have freaking daylight savings, and it drives me nuts. It is the dumbest thing. Why the heck do we have this? Like, I want to say it's like 7 or 8 times in the past decade that we have, and we being a variety of voters and legislators, voted to get rid of this. And yet somehow it just sticks around. It persists. And it's just a lot worse when people have, like, major agendas for keeping the status quo. Daylight savings was a thing you were unaware of? Oh, consider yourself blessed. No, this genuinely, like, is a tricky thing for, like, scheduling stuff with people in other parts of the world, too. It's like, oh, okay. Which version of daylight savings am I in right now? I'm so mad at past me for making this an even number in height. It's fine. I'll get over it. It doesn't look bad on the end caps like that. I'm still mad about it. But what do we think about that color combo? We could alternatively do, like, the circle pattern that we have going on with the prismarine in the middle and the gray terracotta on the outside. I also need to... You guys sit there, mull on that one for a second. I'm gonna grab some beeswax and do some more trapdoor edge. So flip what we just put in. I can do that. Do I have more gray terracotta? I do not have more gray terracotta. I think I might need to go make more gray terracotta. Oh no. Oh no! I've already done that once today. I can at least fill in the prismarine easily. Okay, we have 20 of those. That sounds correct. Ooh, like shaping it and actually insetting it. That could be cool. That is not the pattern that I have going at the moment. And I would have to do some spawn proofing to make it work. Okay, backing off. I do like that better. I just need to go make more. Oh, I didn't get these guys. I need to go make more great terracotta. Meepers, hello. Doing all right. Having a chill day. Finally. I like these solo Minecraft streams, and they probably won't be around forever again. They cycle in and out. But I always love how just, like, chill they are. It's always a good, refreshing time. Hanging out and chatting about nothing and everything. Okay, let's go get more of that terracotta. Good news. I think you were here last week, Meepers. When we were looking for the cats and the dogs. Oh, spoilers. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about spoilers. You guys are distracting me. This is your secret agenda, isn't it? Anyways, we resorted to chunk base today. We found both of the dogs and then promptly lost the Grove dog. Somewhere in the nether. I keep saying, and I'm just trying to convince myself at this point, that he'll just show up, he'll teleport to me at some point. You know, in 6 months or so. He'll just like show up. We'll be out in the nether doing nothing. Ooh, what were you reminded about anime? Going back to that conversation, that was like an hour and a half ago, at least. That was a while ago. And it's the Grove dog of all of them, too, you know? The one that spawns by itself, never spawns in a pack. That we spent so long looking for. There we go. We had a whole conversation about anime. You missed it. You have recommendations? I was saying like oh yeah, I like that. That looks really good. We did it, guys. we finished another one. Now we just have 2 more to work on. See, I do not like anime. But what at Twitch was getting Demon Hunter movie recommendations. Demon Slayer, not Demon Hunter. I've had a couple that I've liked, but then I've had others that like people have recommended to me, and I've gone and watched them and been like, you know, based on the ones that I've liked, and I've been like, eh. Like, yeah. Ooh, any modern sci-fi movie. See, as far as sci-fi goes, I mostly just watch Star Trek. I'm a Trekkie. I do love Studio Ghibli. Always like any of those. I've never watched a Studio Ghibli that I didn't like. I've watched some that I like more than others. See, I have a friend who's obsessed with Madoka Magica, and it does not sound like my cup of tea. That is true, Tuesday. That's how a lot of people recommend stuff. I feel like that goes beyond anime. Yeah. And like for me, it is 100% about not even like just the vibes of the story, but also like I don't know. I have a lot of problems with a lot of like tropes and trends in anime, and you have to avoid it shouldn't feel like an anime. If it feels like an anime, I'm not going to enjoy it most of the time. It's the animes that don't feel like an anime that oh god, same coffee. Yeah, exactly, Tuesday. And at the end of the day, I know I can find things that I enjoy more reliably than anime elsewhere. So, There's so much. There's so much media in the world. Why not go for things you know you're more likely to enjoy? Exactly. I'm glad we're mostly on the same page here. I'm not gonna speak for everyone, but I'm glad we're mostly on the same page. Go. I love that Twitch didn't auto mod you there, Tuesday. All right. Copper ages so slowly. I was hoping that these would get a little farther along while we were working here. What's this music? Dead Voxel. Is this Dead Voxel? Is that what Dead Voxel sounds like? It must have been a while since I actively listened to and took note of it. Ooh, no, that makes a lot of sense for you, Coffee. Being a nerd about the animation. Ooh, now I want to hear a Coffee animation nerd out. When we do our potential streaming plan, we gotta remember to trigger the Coffee animation nerd out. That's what we gotta do. Yeah, you said sci-fi, and I know I've watched sci-fi movies and TV shows and stuff, and most of them immediately left my head, other than Star Trek, because, you know, it's Star Trek. Speaking of Star Wars, though, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I've recently realized that if it doesn't have the Skywalker men in it, I'm gonna like it a lot more. They're just dramatic. And despite the name, I don't like their type of drama anyways. I of course loved Andor. And I saw someone talking about the showrunner talking about the idea of doing a Clea and Vel like post Empire Imperial Hunter team up type show. And I was like, I would watch that so much. Ooh, Scavenger's Reign. Ooh, okay, that's more dystopian, but like the 100 was one that I watched that was like, that is a good question, Coffee. Everyone's gonna have a different place for you to start too. That's not quite true. Like, I was kind of forcefully shown, you know, the original trilogy and all of that, did not care for it. And then I watched Rebels, and that's when I started getting into Star Wars. It is hard getting into things that have a lot of content. And I feel like at this point with Star Wars, you don't, like, the fan base is going to be like, the fan base, or the purists in the fan base are going to be like, you have to start with the original trilogy. At the point that the Star Wars, like, universe is at, I would say start with something that interests you, you know? Yeah, if you like animated things, like, it's not going to feel like anime at all, but if you like animated things, watch Rebels, watch the Clone Wars. If you want, like, heavy, meaty story with lots of social commentary, like, to be fair, you get that in the movies too, but not as much as, like, Rebels or Andor. I will always advocate for Rebels. Rebels is best show. I'm in the middle of a rewatch right now with my partner. We got to the worst episode in the series, and I'm sitting there digging my heels in like, I'm not ready to watch it. But like, yeah, I don't know. I feel again, I'm not a huge Star Wars nerd. I am no purist at all. In my opinion, start with something that interests you. That's fair. And like, Clone Wars and Rebels is 3D animation. Now, what you would love is is it Tales of the Jedi? There's a couple of different series, I think, that are like just one-off stories by different animation studios in different styles of animation. Coffee would love that. I feel like, I don't know. It's a catch-22 if you like need the context for those. If you need the story context, I think some people would say you need the story context, and some people would say you don't need the story context. I think I needed at least some of the world context because my partner tried to show me them. And I was so uninterested, but now I have a little bit more of the lore and kind of understand, like, oh, a little bit of the context of the stories. What do you think of the Dune movies? Because I watched the first one, and it was so freaking boring that I didn't even bother watching the second one. All inspired by this one French comic guy named Mobius. I love it. Also coffee, like, as far as, like, getting some good, solid Star Wars lore, I would genuinely say, like, Rebels is a pretty good place to start because you're going to get a lot of context. Like, if you don't want to watch the movies. If you want to watch the movies, that's a great place to start as far as, like, lore as well. Rebels has a lot of the context of, like, what is going on as far as, like, the Empire and the Rebellion, which is the time period that gets focused on the most. There's a lot of time periods. That doesn't help. Star Wars Visions, yeah! Yeah, that's the one. I think that there was another series or two that also did something similar in the one-off stories department, if nothing else. And I think that was Tales of the Jedi. Again, haven't fully watched either one of them, so I can't necessarily speak to it. So I'll defer to you on that. But Visions, yeah, that's the... if they don't call the third one Dune. Okay, so what you're saying is the Dune movies didn't even follow the canon closely, and they were still that boring? They didn't even, like, okay, well, that was a choice. Yeah, but it's that one-off type story style still. Gotcha. It's impressive. I don't know what Coffee's eyeballing at, but I just info dumped a lot to you about something that I wouldn't even call myself in the fandom of. So, do it that way you will. Now, what I am absolutely in the fandom of, so much that I had to stop myself from swearing there, is Star Trek. Absolutely a Star Trek fan. All the time. Yes, that's fair. I just finished what's wild is the only Star Trek series that I haven't watched is the original series. Mostly because I am planning to watch that with my partner, but we haven't quite gotten through the series that we're in the middle of. I have watched everything else, though, at this point. Loved it all. There's an animated series in Star Trek, too. It's very just, like, cartoon, standard cartoon style. Nothing special, but it's very fun. Star Trek's just the best. It attracts the best people. What can I say? The Cartoon Saloon. Ooh. That sounds really cool. That sounds right up Coffee's alley, especially. I'm gonna write that one down. I hit the moment of I just finished watching all of the Star Trek series that I didn't get like growing up. And I hit the moment of, what do I have to watch? Do I have anything new to watch? And I started rewatching Supernatural. It's fine. Okay. Oh! My partner's home, everybody. Everyone say hi. I just texted you. I'm so sorry. We've been kind of busy. Preoccupied. Yeah, supernaturally wrong. That is the gospel truth. What at Twitch says, howdy, partner. You can say hi if you want.
Hi, chat.
We got things done. I finished this whole tunnel.
It's looking so fantastic.
I'm so glad to have this done. That's probably a good time to say I'm actually really hungry. It's unusual for me to be this hungry at this time of day. It's probably about time to wrap it up. I feel like we really got chatting at the end here, which is sad. You do get talked about a lot here. Very famous.
Me?
Yeah, or at least mentioned in passing. You come up frequently. We were just talking about Star Wars. Would you like to tell Coffee? Yeah, people kept dripping in all through the stream. It was really fun. Would you like to tell Coffee where you think they should start watching Star Wars?
Coffee hasn't watched Star Wars?
Coffee has not watched any Star Wars, as I understand it.
That's a complicated question.
Okay, the best place to start if you want like a solid introduction to Star Wars is with Episode 4, which is the first movie that they made. And you can go Episode 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9.
Don't watch the sequels. Don't watch 7, 8, 9.
Don't watch 7, 8, 9. It's all kind of split into, or at least the main saga is split into 3 trilogies. There's the original trilogy, which is 4, 5, and 6. The prequel trilogy, 1, 2, 3. And then the sequel trilogy, which was made after Disney purchased Star Wars, and generally is considered to be not good.
Ooh, you're a chronological watcher, huh?
Chronological is not a bad option.
Chronological isn't a bad option.
Be aware that the prequels are a little bit rough if you don't know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
The dialogue can be really stilted.
See, this is the reason I think, other than just the Skywalker men being dramatic and I don't vibe with it, ironically, is that, like, honestly, the dialogue and the dialogue and just the writing for all of the movies is just, it's rough, and I didn't enjoy it, and it was cringy and not fun. to experience, which is why Rebels was such a good place for me to get into, because the storytelling was really good, the dialogue was really good.
Yeah, it can be a turnoff. It can be like a deal breaker for the dialogue to be the way that it is. If that's not your cup of tea, I'd recommend starting with The Mandalorian show. That will give you a nice sort of like narrow introduction to the universe that doesn't focus on like the greater scheme events of the world. You don't have to worry about big name lore with Skywalkers and things like that. You can just enjoy this like one side character as he goes on a bunch of side quests throughout the Star Wars universe. There's of course the animated shows Star Wars The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. Both of those are fantastic. The Clone Wars is prequel era. It's an anthology series, but the characterization is fantastic and sheds a lot of light on the prequel trilogy movies. So combining the two together, like putting Clone Wars with, putting
He
Clone
keeps
Wars
backing away from the mic.
with the prequels makes the prequels a better movie, if you can get past the weird dialogue issues.
Yeah, that's fair. At the end of the day, there's a ton of lore. If you want to start at the very beginning, that's a decent place to start. If you can't get past dialogue and writing and like that gets a little bit more up for debate. Again, I would say go with what interests you, but if you start with something and you're like, this isn't vibing for me, that might not be a fault of you or what you or like the story even, but just like you might have started with something that's kind of rough to watch if you don't know what's going on. I definitely think Rebels was a good place to watch.
Rebels is
to start.
a good place to
You
start.
get a lot of the bigger universe lore, but in a more appetizing story.
You do have to be aware that season 1 of Rebels was originally written for kids. It's kind of like
Yeah, that is true.
Avatar: The Last Airbender season 1 quality of kids show, which like it's still good. It's got that found family. The characters are still fantastic, but the stakes are kids show stakes. It's not until you get into like season 2 and 3 and especially 4 where things really start to ramp up and like pull on the heartstrings in meaningful and high stakes kind of way.
Yeah, exactly. Like Avatar: Last Airbender quality is not bad.
Yeah, no, it's not bad, but you're like there's still a distinct kids show
Yeah.
feel to the first season of Avatar, that they really kind of don't pull out of until book 2. And the same thing goes for Rebels, which makes a lot of sense considering a lot of the showrunners and writers are the same.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah, Dave Filoni,
Yeah.
who's been kind of in charge of a lot of the additional Star Wars media in shows and stuff, was one of the head writers for Avatar: The Last Airbender back in the day. So the same quality of writing and storytelling kind of carries over both in the Clone Wars as well as Rebels, and a little bit to The Mandalorian. Another spot. Sorry.
There's so many spots.
There's so many different spots you can start. If you
Yeah,
are-
I think that wait. That's
ahead.
the tricky part about Clone Wars is it doesn't make a lot of sense. The order that it's in doesn't make a lot of sense if you don't know what you're getting into. And so you don't necessarily know, okay, here's a new arc. I am not interested in this arc. I will skip it. Like I haven't even fully watched the Clone Wars. I've literally just watched the pieces that he shows me because he's like, oh, this is relevant. Let me show this.
relevant to her interests specifically.
Yeah.
Like, there's plenty in Clone Wars that I absolutely adore and know that she would have zero interest in, so I don't bother her with it. But that's kind of the beauty and the drawback to the Clone Wars being an anthology series, because it's not in chronological order. it all takes place in between movies number 2 and 3. So you know where it fits in with the canon, but the arcs just kind of like hop around all throughout. If you wanted to try and watch the Clone Wars in chronological order, there is a way to do it. There are lists that tell you like season and episode number. But it's still kind of like difficult to do it that way, and there's plenty of arcs and episodes that really just aren't worth the time unless you're just looking for extra content to consume.
Yeah.
Outside of that, another great spot to start and stop, honestly, is just Andor. Andor exclusively.
Andor's a great standalone show.
Andor,
you don't have to know.
You don't have to know anything about Star Wars to enjoy Andor. You don't even have to like Star Wars to enjoy Andor. If you walk away with anything out of this conversation, watch Andor.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. Give it 3 episodes. And then, let it take you from there. It starts out a little bit slow, but I kind of like that in pacing. Andor, and then the movie Rogue One, which is not a mainline film. It's a spin-off movie.
Yeah, and it's kind of Rogue One was made first, so Andor is like the prequel to Rogue One. And they give you a good bit of like the full lore without it being overwhelming from the start.
Yeah. You're not overwhelmed with the hero's journey that Star Wars Episode 4 leans so heavily onto.
Yeah.
But yeah, Andor and Rogue One are top tier, and honestly, if you don't care anything about Star Wars, still watch Andor. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I get why people didn't care for Ahsoka as much. I enjoyed it, but that's mostly because I've really enjoyed that, like, oh, we missed a spot. No one told me. I really enjoy that, like, mysticky side of Star Wars. Like, I like how they kind of took the really mystical stuff from Rebels that we started getting, really deep into the Force, and continued expanding on that. Ahsoka, as the title of the show, is a little bit of a misnomer, I think, because it wasn't super about her.
Ahsoka was the
Infinity
show Ahsoka.
Warrior. Oh my gosh, so many more people are here. Oh my gosh. And like I loved a lot of the production quality of that particular show. Too. Like I enjoyed it for reasons other than it being a Star Wars story, I think, at the end of the day. Hello, Infinity Warrior and Moon. We got so many people. This is great. Huh? Well, see, I'm hungry. And I've gotten a lot done in this stream, and I've been prepared to wrap it up for like 45 minutes, but we just have kept talking.
Okay. Well, Star Wars is definitely a topic worth talking about.
Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. Infinity. You've used your superpower so much lately. We do have to do this side still. We do still have to go looking for calcite too. That was one of the problems we ran into when deciding what to do. I need calcite.
Calcite. Synthetic calcite.
Oh my gosh. I misspoke in the video, and I left it in there because it was funny. And he won't let me live it down.
Alright, I'll leave you folks to it.
Yeah, I'm so sad that I'm like at ready. ready to wrap it up. Right when more people arrived. This was a good stream. I love our Tuesday Minecraft streams. We'll have to reconvene and do it again next week. I know. Good. I'm glad it was a good distraction. I'm not glad you needed the distraction. Oh yeah, is Min still streaming? They started streaming at let me go to the BRB screen and oh my gosh, there go the super cow. Okay, we're going back to the heck. My gosh. I need to update that animation. But Infinity Warrior, you're crazy. Just gotta say that. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. You just make my day every time you show up and drop little gifts and refuse to elaborate and leave. I'm sure that will be super great for next week when we all reconvene and sit and chat about things some more. Okay, what do we think we should do next week? Should we work on storage for the gold farm? Or should we work on a fortress farm? This has been lots and lots of fun. This has been such a good stream. I don't want it to end, but I'm very hungry. I am going to put up the BRB screen. If you have opinions on what we do next week, let me know. I'm gonna go see if Min is still streaming. And if so, we will get set up to raid them. Yeah, they are. Infinity lets the fans decide. Fortress Farm is kind of where I'm leaning just because I don't want to do storage. I'm lazy. I don't want to do storage. That's boring. And I've been very excited about this. This Fortress Farm. Infinity, you gotta stop making me laugh in the middle of talking. Sheesh. That's exactly what you're here for. We're gonna do ANXO4's peer pressure farm because I don't want... I need to, like, have a Wither Rose farm before I can make a full-sized, like, Wither Skeleton farm. And let's be honest, do I need a full-sized Wither Skeleton farm in this world? I guess if I want to decorate with Nether Stars, which is on brand. But, like, yeah, I desperately need beacons and blaze rods and all that good stuff at this point. So, yeah, let's plan on that next week. We did find a fortress while we were exploring for the doggos. So that sounds like a great plan to me. Let me send you all over to Min. Thanks for hanging out, guys. This was a really fun day. We got stuff done. We got our doggos and then promptly lost them. It's been a good time. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see, it'd take us to the BRB screen so I can type again. Actually, I'll take us to the thanks for... Oop. I will take us to the thanks for stream screen because that's where we are at this point. Okay. We're gonna go raid Min. Here we go. All right. I will see you all tomorrow for Phasmo and next week for Minecraft. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging. Let's go make Min's day.